Defensively, we couldn't guard. Obviously, they got some big boys down there, and they crashed the boards hard. O'Banner, he's a freshman, but he's really good. 24 and 14. So we knew coming in that he was, might cause us a little trouble. But I mean, you look at their guards. We gave up too many layups. We didn't guard the ball, and that's on the guards on our team. We gotta just nut up and play some defense.
How do you plan to break this little spell that you're going on right now?
We got a week to prepare for Western, so just focus on them. But yeah, man, it's tough. Come back on Tuesday and just with the mindset to get better. Yeah, exactly like you said, break out of the slump.
This next stretch that you're going on, is a home stretch. You have more home games than away games for once. Do you think that's going to help you out a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. I feel bad for our fans. We've dropped a couple. We've lost our last few games at home, and I mean they deserve to see us come out there and compete and win. And it's really frustrating. It really is.
Kevin, are there defensive trends you're noticing from not just today, but the handful of games, as Austin you said? I mean, are there commonalities between all these games?
Things that we're doing or things that other teams are doing?
Things that you're doing?
I mean, mental lapses. I'd say that's been pretty consistent. Yeah, pretty much is what Tristan said, man. You just gotta. I'm not gonna use his phrase, but just guard the ball.
What is it about O'Banner that seems to give you guys problems? That's 2 games now he's kind of done this to you.
He's big. He's a big guy, and obviously we had Dan back a little bit tonight, but Hags goes down at the beginning of the year. We redshirt our post. We don't have a true 5-man, so to say. But I mean, Trey Birch-Manning and Stanley, they're big dudes too, and they're gonna fight all they can. But yeah, and he O'Banner, he plays with quite a motor, so he's tough.
Tyler, you're down in the block a little more than you were at the beginning of the year. Just a consequence of what Tristan was talking about. Today you weren't able to shoot a 3-pointer at all. Have you kind of missed that part of the game a little bit?
I mean, whatever they need out of me, I'm willing to do that. We're a smaller team, and if we need someone to catch it at the mid post and try to attack from there, I'll do that. But it's whatever.
What was the message from Coach after the game about moving forward?
Just got to show up to practice ready to go. I mean, we've lost a few in a row now. There's not a whole lot you can do. You can't dwell on the past. You just got to show up to practice, and I'm not going to use the term that he would say, but be ready to go and bring 100% effort. So, I mean, there's not a whole lot other we can do besides show up and get better.
It's a little bit unfair to have Trey Birch-Manning down there guarding a 6'7", 6'8", 230-pound guy. Stan Amude. Matt Johns is a true freshman, and all year long, when somebody has a post player, it's been tough for us, and so we really didn't give up any offensive post moves. They did a good job of sealing. He hit a couple threes. He got to the line, and he's obviously a really good player. He's a first-team All-League guy, and he's an excellent freshman, redshirt freshman. So we scored 72 points, ended up 44 from the field. We just didn't guard, and you're at home and you give up 56% from the field. That's not acceptable.
Todd, other than teams having post players, I mean, these last few games, are you noticing commonalities defensively between these games? Things that stand out?
Well, yeah, this is a very good offensive league. It's the best 3-point shooting league in the country by far. It is a really good, there's a lot of guys that can shoot the ball, and it seems like everybody does have a post player. What you end up doing is you end up spending a lot of time and effort guarding the post in different ways, and it really hurts the rest of your defense, because you end up doubling the post. You end up having to help to the post, and then you're in rotations and the guards get loose. They've got good guards. Kearns and Malone are very quick, but you're so focused on getting the ball out of the post as opposed to just guarding it one-on-one. And we don't really have anybody who can guard the post one-on-one. That's not a secret. So that's a commonality I see. And even Omaha, we spend a lot of time, you know, on pile. Well, when you watch film, a lot of other teams just guard them one-on-one and then they guard the rest of the guys. Well, we can't do that. We just have nobody who can guard him one-on-one. And not that he's a tough young man. Obviously, this guy's O'Banner's a really good player. So I think what happens is the rest of your defense breaks down because you're focused so much on guarding the post. We never really go into a game and just say, okay, we're going to guard the post one-on-one. Well, in college basketball, you got to have the ability to guard the post one-on-one some, so you don't give up rotations and threes and then closing out on guards. So.
This last stretch, the last 5 games, you're kind of in your favor at home for once you have a stretch where it's a home stretch. So how do you think that's going to affect the rounding out of the season?
Well, you know, we've unfortunately lost the one, you know, to Omaha in neutral site, but, you know, that was our crowd. And then this one, we've got a week off to prepare for Western Illinois, and I think we need time. But the last time we had a week off, you know, I thought we had, and I'll be honest, I mean, our guys were devastated after that Omaha loss, just the way they came back, and we had the game won, and they hit a 25-footer and, you know, and hit a step-back 3. They get a couple calls that were loose ball calls. I mean, basically, we didn't really do anything wrong in that game. And there were some calls that went against us, and then they made some unbelievable shots, and our guys were down about that. I don't think that necessarily affected us, but our guys, you know, have been battling all year in a lot of close games. We've got the week off. We go to Western, and then we, you know, obviously we've got a couple, you know, a few more home games. And, you know, we've got to try to win as many games as we can before we get to that tournament.
Today, Tyler didn't shoot a 3 at all. Do you think that's hurting your offense since you have to sacrifice him down there?
Well, yeah, TP's been struggling from the 3, you know, and it's not for lack of trying. He's in the gym more than anybody on the team, but I think he's shooting around 18% or something on the year, and that is, and unfortunately, you know, that's his strength is to get around the basket. We'd like to get him to the foul line more. He's a very good cutter. He's a good post player. He's a good 15, 12 feet and in player. He has struggled from the 3, and again, it's not from lack of trying. He's in the gym more than anybody, but he just has not shot the ball well this year. So we just told him, you know, try to do other things, the things you do well, and not focus on shooting the basketball.